You know, if we've experienced narcissistic abuse in our past, whether it was with a parent or with a lover, we could be jaded towards love. And when we're jaded, that is in our subconscious mind. It is running the show. Our past, actually, unless it's been overcome and healed, continues to be the magnet for more of what we experienced in our childhood. So why do relationships fail? What is it that really dooms our relationships? It is putting too much onus on the relationship, expecting too much from the relationship. We expect our partners to make us feel something that we're not feeling for ourselves, and yet that's not their job. So if we don't love ourselves, and I, have ruined many relationships because I didn't in the past love myself. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what was involved, and because of the trauma from childhood, I kept repeating the same programs, the same records, or the same tapes, whatever you want to call it. The same records were playing in my head. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. Nobody loves me. I'm going to the garden to eat worms. And so this neediness, we're looking for someone to fill us up. And that is an impossible thing. No one can make us happy if we're not already happy with ourselves. And so when we expect a relationship to change everything for us, that is what ruins the relationship. We expect way too much from the relationship when we need to be giving these things to ourselves. We need to be trusting ourselves. We need to respect ourselves. We need to have compassion for ourselves, and we need to stop judging ourselves and others. So there are other things too. If we come into a relationship codependent or addicted, whether it's addicted to drugs, pharmaceuticals, foods even can be addictive. And so an addiction is a rejection of the self. And if we come into a relationship rejecting ourselves, what's going to happen in the relationship? The other person will mirror back to us how we feel about ourselves. They will reject us in some way as well. They may point out your flaws and faults. And so true love, in the highest sense of the word, it is best when we come to the table already full, already loving ourselves. And yet, self-love is a journey. It's not something that we have in our teens and 20s. Unless you're, an absolute miracle, which you may be. But most of us come in and have all kinds of things happen in our childhood, which then kind of torments our soul. And then we're constantly replaying all those things our parents told us about ourselves that aren't true. And so when you recognize that the love that we have for ourselves is the building block for the healthy relationship. And I'm not talking about being conceited. That's not what we're talking about. It is a humbleness. It is a knowing that we're already loved and accepted, that we receive into ourselves as our thoughts and as erasing our programming. And so there's lots of different ways that we can shift programming. It's what I help you do in the SelfLove Mastery program that is launching this Wednesday. So if you're interested, you can message me at jenniferelizabethmasters.com, and I have a link in my profile and on my website, jenniferelizabethmasters.com, where you can sign up and be ready to go for this Wednesday's launch. It's 19 modules with 6 live calls. And I think you'll be very delighted with the way you become a master at yourself and recognize what pressure you've been putting relationships under with expecting way too much from them and looking for the other person to fill you or to satisfy a need, because we are meant to do that for ourselves, to love ourselves, completely so that we are already filled with love rather than looking for another person to complete us. I love you. Thanks for being here. Happy Valentine's Day. And make sure you do check the link out. It is in the end of the description where you could sign up for Wednesday's launch. And like I said, it's 19 weeks of programs plus 6 hours of live coaching. I love you. I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Have a brilliant day and love yourself fearlessly.